Twisted, do you have any tips on pre-trip? I sure do. Stay tuned. Watch the whole video and you're going to find some tips to help you out with that pre-trip problem. Alright, tips on doing your pre-trip to make it easier. Now, the easiest way to do your pre-trip is to be out there with a truck and study it with a truck. With the actual truck where you open up the hood and you can be able to look at all the parts and touch them and feel them and see them. So that's going to be the best thing. Number one is being able to see that stuff. Number two is pointing at stuff. So if you're having problems finding a part, ask somebody. There's plenty of people out there that will help you and help you identify these parts. Remember, touching stuff is going to help out too, because if I did not know if this was needed to be abrasion, bulges, or cuts, or cracked, bent, or broken, this is a rubbery material. It's going to be no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Now, if I have something that's plastic or metal, whenever I'm touching it, it's hard. So something like that would be not cracked, bent, or broken. Now, a lot of the phrases, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Properly mounted, secure, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. You're going to have properly mounted and secure, so make sure that you remember that we got to say properly mounted and secure. Think about this also. This right here is real long. So it's going to be properly mounted and secured at both ends. Point at both ends. If it's something that's just mounted there, it's just sticking there, that is going to be properly mounted and secure. Just properly mounted and secure, it's there. Alright? If there's none missing, if you have to say none are missing, then you need to point at them all. So when you do like the lug nuts, for example, you're going to be like, and there's none missing. Make sure that we're pointing at all of the lug nuts, because we want to be able to point at them all. This spirit finger thing that I've been seeing here lately and all this stuff, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I really don't. If you're not over there pointing at that part, then I have no clue what you're talking about. So day one, we'll say I get my pre-trip paper. I'm going to tell my student to take that staple out. Take that staple out. Do one section at a time. Make sure you're studying these separately. If you study it from front to back and you keep on studying it front to back, you're going to lose track of where the sections are. So take the engine compartment, for example. I would pull that out of my packet completely out, so I don't overwhelm myself and I'm like, I got this thick packet, I have to learn all this stuff. Time out. You don't have to overwhelm yourself by carrying all of them together. Take that engine compartment and start studying it first. That engine compartment should take you 2 days to learn, and that's somebody that's having troubles and spending 2 days to learn it. Once you spend 2 days on that engine compartment, you should know it like the back of your hand. Make sure that you're keeping an order to this too. Make sure that you're figuring out a way to keep it all in order so you can go step by step. Once you get to your suspension, all the way out to your tire, all the way out to your hub seal. So you'll do your suspension, to your brakes, to your hub seals, to your tires, all the way around to your hub seal. Once you get that order right there, when you move on to the next compartment, you just cut your pre-trip in half. Because guess what? Driver's side feel area, if you know the suspension, all the way out to that hub seal, you know those brakes, everything, and you kept that same order, then it's going to make the driver's side feel area easier. And if you get lost on it, you're all like, you get to your brake chamber, and you're all like, what's after my brake chamber? Think back to what came next in the engine compartment. You'll be like, after that was my slack adjuster and push rod. So boom, we got you back on track. Slack adjuster and push rod, probably mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. When the brakes release and pulled by hand, should have moved more than 1 inch. Boom, you're back on track. You're back in your rhythm. You're back going. It's like think about it like it's a story. So you got this guy. We'll take it to like an old country song. Like this guy, he mates this girl. He falls in love. You know, they have a kid. He watches his daughter grow up or his son grow up. You know, they become successful. He's talking about his life, how he's getting older now, and he's starting to have grandchildren, and he's had such a great life. Well, if you keep those parts and you're thinking about each one of them as a story that you're following along with the story, you're going to be confused if you get it out of order and you're like, man, I'm a grandfather and I just met this girl. I got married, and you're all like, man, this grandfather just got married. Like, you're kind of lost. You're like, bounce here, bounce there. You can do it by just looking around at the parts. You can do it that way, but chances are, you're going to miss something. We don't want to miss something. Also, by touching stuff, by touching each item and pointing at each item, whenever you do this, then if I forgot the name of this, I would be like, I forgot the name. Whenever you get hung up, like, don't stress yourself out on the name of this. You'll be like, man, I don't know what this thing's called. You're going to be like, my thingy-bob over here. It's probably mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and the roller works. The little laser detects my movement. It works fine, and the clickers work. You know, as long as I can sit there and check that and make sure that it's safe, then I'm getting points for it. Even though I don't know the name of it. I don't know what the thingy-mabobber is called. I don't remember the real name of it. It sounds better if we know the name of it. But if we don't let it determine how the rest of your test is going. Just keep moving on. So, you know, pre-trip is not as hard as people make it out. Like I tell my guys all the time, we're going to draw an outline, and this is what I kind of want you to do. Engine compartment. 2 days to learn engine compartment. You should know engine compartment in 2 days. You got half of the driver's side fuel area from that. Day 3. I would like you to know the driver's side fuel area. Good, like real good. Like you should know it by day 3. Day 4, the trailer. Man, when you get to the trailer, once you learn that suspension, brakes, all the way out to the tire, you only got to learn 4 things. The trailer doors back there, you say the exact same thing that you say for the driver's door. You say the same thing. So you got that. You covered it before. You say the exact same thing. So you only got really a couple things to learn there. You got bulkhead. You got landing gear. Because guess what? Frame and cross members was also in the driver's door fuel area. So you got that already. So you got bulkhead, landing gear. You have tandem release and tandem frame. So you got like 3 things right there that you have to really learn. Now on my pre-trip, the reason I say 4 things is because I separated, or actually the guy that wrote the pre-trip, Justin, he has landing gear and crank handle as 2 items. And it works out great. Like you remember what to say for it because of the way it is. So right there we're 2 days engine compartment, 1 day driver's side fuel area. 1 day, half of the day on trailer because you're only learning a couple things. The rest of the day will be on coupling. Yeah, so you can finish coupling. Now, I tell my guys, tell them all the time, I don't know why. I always say, I don't know why that the light inspection takes 2 days to learn. I don't understand that. It's a paragraph and a 5x5. So, some reason it takes 2 days. The light inspection, the 5x5, it's really, really problems. if you do it like this, whenever you do your 5x5, no one's gonna say anything. If you take your two hands and you go, I'm gonna check my left turn signal, I'm gonna check my right turn signal, I'm gonna take my 4-way flashers, I'm gonna check my high beams, and I'm gonna check my brake lights. Then you got 5, so your other hand at the front of the truck, the sides of the truck, the rear of the truck, the sides of the trailer, and the rear of the trailer. Right there, 5x5. Now, a lot of people only do 5 of it because they forget the other 5. So they usually do the 5 functions, and they forget to do the 5 locations. So I say that takes about 2 days. So the rest of the time you have, you can fully focus on that end cap. Once that pre-trip's out of the way, you can spend the rest of the time just enjoying learning the backing maneuvers. If you put off that pre-trip for too long till the very end and you're not doing it, then once you come to the backing maneuvers, they're going to be harder because you're going to try to remember all the steps in the backing maneuvers while you're trying to learn the pre-trip. So you're all like, I'm going to back up until probably mount secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. And you're going to be like, no, that's not right. I need to back up until this happens, or I need to back up until I see this, or I need to do this. Yeah, and you're going to be thinking pre-trip while you're doing it. You have a lot of time to get that pre-trip done. More than enough time. I give my guys the outline of how long it should take them. Now, the rest of the time, they should be still going back and doing each compartment. And also, do not do the compartments in order. Skip around. Go out there one day, do trailer, then do a driver's side fuel area, then do engine compartment. One day, go out there and do driver's side fuel area, engine compartment, trailer. Mix it up. Because on your test, depending where you're testing, you might just get one of them. So they might say, hey, do trailer. They don't want to hear, well, I start at the engine compartment, so I got to start there. No, they're not trying to hear that. What they want to know is, do you know the trailer? Like, do the trailer. They don't want to hear all that extra. They don't want to see an entire pre-trip because they're telling you what they want you to do. But make sure that y'all take these tips into mind and try it out. Touch the items. Make sure if it's rubber, plastic, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. If it's, or not plastic, but soft plastic. If it's metal, if it's hard plastic, if it's like hard, it's not cracked, bent, or broken. You know, the rest of the verbiage is probably mounted secure. So make sure everything you say probably mounted secure. And then go ahead and go for it. Well, that's some tips on doing your pre-trip. I hope this video helps some people. And if you're new to the channel, then go ahead and hit that subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Get my latest lives. Get my newest videos. Also, in the description, there's a link to fill out an application and get my recruiter. My recruiter's good. Don't forget to drop that referral code, COXDJO. Also, my phone number is 417-894-8098. Drop me a call, text me, something.